Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 4 of the ultimate guide for new players in Scum 0.95. Sorry, part 5. Part 4 was yesterday. So we woke up in the madhouse, okay, so that our exhaustion is completely gone. And we are going to sprint ourselves to death to get to the trader. Okay, this is basically, this is 3 kilometers. It's about a sector, sector and 3/4. This is a sector and 3/4, but here we have to go past the town and everything. I like to use this river bank. It's not to say I'm not going to run into a player, but I like to run straight here and go up the mountain. There is a way to like zigzag up here, but I feel like a lot of people use this, so this should be dangerous. So I'm going to keep my instant replay on in case anything happens to me. But basically today's just going to be a trader guide, okay? Going to give you guys a good breakdown of how useful traders are in Scum, okay? And yeah, hopefully keep the video below 20 minutes. I know the videos have become longer again, guys, but I do feel for new players, I need to explain everything properly. But for my community that's still waiting on short, concise, powerful videos, you won't have to wait very long, okay? I've got big plans for 2024, so don't worry. I do read your comments. I do make notes about it. I just feel when it comes to these guides and new players, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, is maybe not the right approach. So I'll see you guys now at the trader. If anything happens to me, like I die or I run into a player, I will show you guys because I'll have my instant replay on. Now, to prepare me for this journey, guys, because I'm going to be running quite a long way, okay, and I've got quite a bit of weight on me. I ate a can of corn that I had, and all you do to open a can is you click on a knife, you click on the can, right click, and then you'll have an option to open it. So I ate the corn, I ate my flour, and then I took a sip of beer to give myself an energy boost, okay? Because I want to keep my energy between 40 and 20%. You do not have to worry about the drunk effect when you put your body under pressure, okay? So just helping you guys how to cover such a long distance with weight on you. And don't just eat one type of food, eat different types of food so that your intake rate is at least 1,000 or more, okay, until you get to about 40 or 50% energy, and then just keep putting your character under pressure until you get below 20%, and then repeat the steps, okay? Another important tip that I want to give you while you're crossing such a long distance with a lot of loot on you, okay? Our purpose is to get to the trader. Our purpose is not to loot while we're running around because we don't have a lot of loot space, and the loot on us is worth a lot, okay? Just these 2 vampire scopes are worth a lot. The sword is worth a lot. The Dao sword is worth a lot, okay? So we've got a lot of lucrative loot on us. When you rest in a bush to make sure the possibility of someone seeing you is very little, okay? And another thing, when you run in third person, your character can see a player at 180-degree arc in front of him. But when you're running, you don't see a 180-degree arc. So hold in Alt and look around you, especially when you're running past the point of interest, okay? Hold in Alt and move your mouse so you can see what's happening around you. Because if you're just running forward, you're not seeing that, okay? Like, let's say this pole. I don't see that pole. I have to look at that pole. I don't see what's going on directly left of me. I have to press Alt and look at what's directly left of me, okay? I don't do this a lot, but I have played with players that use the Alt key regularly, and they spot people that shoot at me from the left or the right a lot because I'm not using the Alt key, okay? And then every time I know I'm going to rest, I rest in a bush. Just a few tips to help you survive a little bit longer. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so my energy reserves didn't do too badly, okay? Lost a bit of water, maintained a nice level of 50% while my dexterity is leveling up to the max. Okay, and I'm entering the trader from the west side, so I'm going to run. My first objective is to get into the safe zone. On official servers, the safe zone is a little bit smaller. On my servers, it's a little bit bigger, just to make trolling, a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I'm going to enter the trader zone from the west, and there's a path that I can take from here to there. And there's a path that I can take from here to there, and you can enter the safe zone from the south, east, or west. I'm going to show you now what the path looks like. I just want to get my head into the safe zone so I don't have anything to fear anymore. But these reeds are usually your signal of where you can walk. So I'm in the safe zone now. We have officially made it. Nobody can kill us now. So that's really, really, really good. And like I say, these reeds over here, for this long grass in the water, gives you the indication of where you can walk. Okay? You can't see it yet, but this is going to render in. And I'm going to run all the way across here to get into the west side of the trader. And then we're going to quickly do a trader guide just to, teach you guys how to think about it. Every time you go to the trader, you can set certain goals for yourself. It changes the way you play. You might have found a few cars like I did and forgot about them. That's why Scum Map is really, really good, because if you remember at Scum Map, you can get your own map and you can add markers on that map to show you where the vehicle is. Or you can just press map, print screen, cut this out in paint, and then make a dot wherever you found the vehicle, and then make a note. Like, let's say you found a vehicle there, you'll make a green dot and say Leica, and you make a dot there and you say dirt bike. And then, you can open Notepad++ and add notes to it. That is what the vehicle needs. This is what the vehicle needs. Okay, so a lot of different tactical ways to play Scum. Preparation definitely helps you. But yeah, I personally like to set targets for myself. If I get a vehicle that, like, if I build up a vehicle, I'll usually build up a dirt bike or a bicycle, because that usually just needs 1 or 2 wheels. And I know with a backpack, I can collect that quite easily. So here you see there's no grass, but the grass is rendering in here. And now we've got a path all the way to the trader. Just look down. If you look down, you'll see how deep the water is. Try and just walk, where you can see it's quite shallow. Like, there's no grass here, but I can look down and I can see where the water is quite shallow. Okay, so I just want to keep where the water is shallow, that I don't fall into the water. And I'm just going to follow this grass all the way into the trader. So I'll see you guys at the trader. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to cover the C2 trader. There's the C2, the B4, the Z3, and the A0 trader. Okay, all of them have the same traders inside of this place, but I'm going to give you the basic things that you can focus on. At the trader, there are cars where you can find like scrap metal. Okay, there are trees for wood. And there is fresh water at this trader, okay, because it's not salt water. Then again, it says if you leave your vehicles here for longer than 2 hours, they will disappear. Okay, so please don't leave your vehicles or your loot inside here. Then we're going to just go from one side to the other side. So we've got the armory over here. This is where you sell and buy all your military equipment. Okay, so we're going to come to this guy. We're going to press F. And then we will see that this vampire scope goes for 1,300. Now, we don't have a gun to use it yet. We might have gotten lucky, but having a scope like this that can see at night is quite powerful. So for now, I'm just going to sell one of them. Okay, then we got ammo there for an SVD, so we can make good money out of that. I don't want to sell AK ammo just yet, because if you loot armories inside of bunkers, AKs are quite common. Okay, so we're going to keep the AK ammo.
Let's do this.
This sword is basically busted. I can repair it up to 50% and probably use it. And this sword needs a grinding stone. I can get double the price for that sword if I repair it. So I'm rather going to wait to repair it. I'm going to sell the flashlight. I'm going to sell this busted ammo. That gives me 8 rounds for a carbon hunter. Okay, now I'm not going to sell it because at the moment the durability doesn't really matter. The Dao sword goes for 3,300. Okay. Now,
all right,
you can use it, but I mean, if you buy one, it's only going to cost you 8,800. Okay. And the thing is, you have to ask yourself, what's the possibility that I'm going to lose it with the gear that I have on me at the moment? Now, I've got a shotgun and a bow. So, yeah, I think I can defend myself with a shotgun. And the 3,300 isn't going to kill me at the moment. I've still got 9 more ammo. I'm going to sell that clip. I'm going to sell this pistol. Okay, I can use the pistol, but I'm going to sell it. I want to use the .22 ammo for like a Hunter 85, like a sniper rifle, to level up my sniping, which we will cover later in the guide. I want to definitely level up my survival because I've got a primitive compass, but I can still just see north. So I need to level up my survival with the bobby pins. Okay, so for the medieval sword and the vampire scope and the ammo and stuff like that, I'm getting 3,300. I can sell it directly to my bank account instead of getting the cash and having to go and deposit the cash. When you go to sell, go to bank and you're going to sell it directly into your bank account. Okay. And then while I was in that, now the thing that I want you to look out for here is what fame you need for various things.
Obviously.
You know, like things that I focus on is ammunition, you know. So magazines are about 75. So that's a target for me. Weapon accessories, you know, like suppressors are good. So I need about 150 fame there. Okay. Sights are really, really nice. Okay. I'd like, the pistol sights aren't really that important, but like a red dot is 150 fame. So that's a good target for me. Okay. And then I can look at the weapons. Okay. So what pistols cost, what the ARs, you know, what the fame is for the ARs. I can look at what I need for clothing. And then ammunition is, of course, very, 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 very important. So ammunition. Okay. If I can buy broadhead carbon arrows, that's going to be really, really, really helpful. Okay. So broadhead carbon arrows is 100 fame. That's something I need to aim for. I can use the broadhead metal arrows. I can buy the broadhead metal arrows when I've got 50 fame. So these are the targets that I'm talking about. Okay. And then I want ammo. You know, I want to buy ammo if I want to buy ammo. So the ammo is between 175 fame. Okay. So I can use that as a target as well. And then, so that's all your military needs there. Then we get to the doctor. Okay. The doctor, a great purpose for the doctor.
What is your emergency? Is
that you can bring your intelligence module here when you fill that up and just pay this guy to increase your intelligence by 0.5. Okay. That's a great thing for him. Then you can see most of the medication is about 50 fame, but you can buy antibiotics. Okay. Loose. And it's not too expensive. So I'm going to buy one antibiotic right now, just in case I struggle with an infection at some point. At least I've got a tablet on me. And I mean, they're not that expensive, so I'm going to buy 2, just to make sure I don't struggle with it. You can get garlic as well, or you can grow garlic from a farm, but this is going to help you a lot if you're ever struggling with an infection. You know, you can get some fresh food here, which is not important. Clothing, but I mean, the main purpose for him is medical equipment. You can see your aim point there is about 50, so you can make a note of that.
All in good health.
You can sleep in this bed, like if you want to log out at the trader, you can sleep in this bed to recover your exhaustion. Okay. And another favorite thing of mine is the mechanic, because this is where you can buy gas, and this is where you can look at major targets for vehicles. So we can see for vehicles, we need 250 fame points, okay, at the moment. So you can see there 250 fame for all the vehicles. On my servers, the Leica and the Volkswagen is a little bit higher for fame. On my servers, they still need 340 fame. So I'll see what LDR, live, die, repeat settings are, because I found it quite confusing that you needed more fame for these two old vehicles than the new vehicle. So it's clearly something in my economy file that I need to copy from LDR, okay? Make sure that these fame requirements are the same. But we can see there that we only need 80 fame for a bicycle, and a mountain bike is absolutely fantastic, okay? So that's our first target, is to get a mountain bike. A mountain bike will level up our strength and our constitution at a great pace, and it's definitely something much better than your feet to get across the map. And you can shoot from a bike with a pistol, okay? And then after that, we see we need about 170 for a dirt bike, which is really, really cool. And then our next target will be, buying a vehicle for 250 fame and a lot of money. Now, money isn't the problem, fame is the problem, but it's good to have these targets beforehand. Then, of course, you can go and deposit your money at the bank, okay? And then the saloon has various kinds of foods and stuff, but what I usually use the saloon for is alcohol. I can't remember if we did find alcohol. We did find isopropyl alcohol, okay? If you don't have alcohol to clean bandages, rather get the alcohol here from her, okay? Whiskey or vodka or something like that. And you can buy other foods from her. There's a fisherman there where you can buy fish and bait, and, if you want to go fishing, you can buy the stuff from him. Then the general goods store is where I recover most of my things.
Welcome. Feel free.
The general goods store has much better prices than the military trader for clothing and hiking backpacks. Like a hiking backpack is double the price at the military trader than it is here. And if you guys look at my metabolism, you'll see that the vitamin D is not doing too great. Okay, you can see that quite a few of my vitamins are low. And this is where I like to use the perfect diet that I've learned over time. So I'll buy one box of cornflakes. I'll buy one African biltong. And then I'll buy a milk. And then I'll buy 3 kiwis. Okay, 3 kiwis. So I just want to make some space here for it so that you guys can see it correctly. Okay, so it's the cornflakes, the African biltong, the milk, and the 3 kiwis. Okay. And that was about $700. Okay, it wasn't cheap, but if we go look at you can die as well to fix this problem, but of course our plan is not on dying. So if we look at the vitamin D, as soon as we eat half of these cornflakes, I'm going to eat, but I'm only going to eat half of it. Okay, so I'm going to stop at about 50%. Before 50%, so I've got 5 uses of it left. Okay, then I'm going to eat a kiwi. Then I want to eat under 30% of this because I just want to eat 3 uses. Okay, and under 30% is 3 uses, so I'm going to stop it before 30%. There we go. So I've got 7 uses left there. My stomach has still got a bit of space, so I'm going to drink all here. And I'm going to drink this up until about 50%. Going to drink the milk just before 50%. Okay. And then I'll eat another kiwi. And as you guys can see, everything is recovering. Okay. That mineral is recovering. All the other things are being boosted. You can see everything is like at 120% or something. The vitamin D is recovering very, very, very fast. And I'm getting B12. Okay. So the combination of the food that I just ate fixes all these problems so that you don't have to think about vitamins and minerals anymore. Okay. It fixes everything. Like we're over 100% now on all our minerals. We're over 100% on all our vitamins. And the vitamin D is like, we're going to solve the vitamin D as well. Okay. Because we only need 15 micrograms of vitamin D to fix our problem. And one use of cornflakes gives us 1.1 micrograms. Okay. So one box gives us 11 micrograms of vitamin D. And then the milk gives us also 1. Okay. So between the milk and the cornflakes, we gain 22 micrograms of vitamin D, which is more than enough. And then the biltong is basically just for vitamin B4 and the other stuff that you need. And the kiwi helps a lot with like vitamin C and other things. And then at the end of the day, okay, everything is fixed. Like we need 1% there. Okay, we need 1% there. So we can just eat 1 cornflakes. Okay, and there we go. Okay, everything is fixed up. So that's the perfect diet. When you're here, great, if you've got inventory space, a great thing to look for is a sporin bag, but we've got a sporin bag. We don't really have a good jacket. Okay, a good jacket is also useful for inventory space, but we can't buy clothing at the moment. But I would definitely buy a jacket, okay, which needs 35 fame. So if I could have bought anything, yeah, I would have bought a jacket, because a jacket is going to give us a lot of inventory space instead of whatever we're getting here. Okay, and that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed this, guide, do me a favor and click the like button. I still have I've still got a lot of loot on me. So I think what I'm going to do is just go and see what the compound bow sells for. And of course I dropped my bow somewhere. I definitely dropped my bow, probably at the general goods trader. Because I had something in my hand, yeah.
Welcome.
So I dropped it there.
Feel free to browse around.
So yeah, I want to figure out how I manage my inventory, because I don't really want to let the bow go. I don't really want to let the shotgun go, and I definitely don't want to let the Dawo go. Okay? Dawo is going to be very strong for me close range. The bow is going to be very silent and powerful at long distance. And then the shotgun is going to be basically my PvP tool. Okay, so that's going to go for 491. The thing is, I want to show you guys how to level up your fame with the compound bow. And I don't know when I'm going to be lucky enough to find another compound bow. So that's not a great idea. Okay, so I'm going to, in any case, I'm going to sell this thing.
Kidding.
Because I'm going to use the Dawo. I'm going to put the Dawo there as backup. But then I'm still triple carrying here. So I can probably put it in a chest. I can put a chest down somewhere and just bury the bow for now until I'm ready to show you guys how to level up your fame with puppets. But yeah, to craft the basic chest, 4 rope, 8 planks, and 2 bolts. 4 rope, 8 planks, and 2 bolts. So I'm clearly going to need an axe, and then I can bury a lot of the loot, because I don't really want to sell any of this loot. Okay, so I think burying it is way, way, way better. So what I'm going to do now is see how much an axe is, or a saw. I actually prefer the saw, but I'm going to see how much an axe costs. And the little axe is very, very useful. But I mean, I've got a Dawo sword, So I don't really want to use
well,
the
here's
axe.
what I've got.
Okay, so saw is 550. That works out nicely for me. Okay, so now I can go cut down a tree, and I need 2 bolts. And I can craft a bolt. Give me a check here. I can craft a bolt. No, there, bolt. I can craft a bolt with an improvised workbench. But the other great thing about these places is that they do have cars. Okay, and cars can help you as well. So I'm going to search this car. People usually search the cars, but I'm still going to try my luck here. See if I can maybe find a bolt or something. This place is not the best place for vehicles. But we could get lucky. Okay, looks like this place has been searched already. Always nice to get free stuff. We can get a lot of scrap metal back here. Like here's a scrap pile back here. Okay, so there's scrap metal. I just need to get to like a workbench and I can turn that into bolts. So that problem is fixed. Okay. I don't need so much scrap metal, but in any case, we can quickly see if we can find some bolts. See a lot of scrap metal here. Not lucky enough to find a bolt, but in any case, we could craft bolts, so we're not really bothered about that. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. In the next episode, we're going to level up our survival. We're going to bury our loot. I don't think I'm going to show where I bury the loot in the series, in case there's someone that just wants to spoil the series. So I'm going to go bury my loot, but I am going to show you guys how I level up my survival quickly to basic. And then we'll carry on with our adventure. Again, if you liked it, remember to click that like button. And if you want to learn everything about Scum, then click that subscribe button and that bell button for future videos. Have a great day. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your holidays. Cheers.